Hi, it's Shannon. Welcome back. I'm making another Easter card today. This is a card here that I'm going to put together with you. And it features two really cute, affordable stamp sets from Stampin' Up. So one is called Gift of Hope and the other one is called Springtime Joy. And I've seen quite a few cards around with the Springtime Joy, but not as much with the Gift of Hope. So I wanted to do a few cards to show how you can use the stamp set and how you can combine it with the Springtime Joy stamp set. So those are the stamp sets that I'm working with today. I've gone ahead and done a bit of the work already, just to save time on camera, which is something I typically do. So I have stamped out this vine sort of floral image from the Gift of Hope stamp set. And what I did was I only inked half of the image. So I used my black Stampin Write marker to do the stem part. And then I used Memento ink to cover the rest. So I only wanted half in this case. So I stamped out half of the image and then I colored it in using the Highland Heather, So Saffron, and Granny Apple Green Stampin Blends and Flirty Flamingo. Now, I've done kind of the same thing. I'll set those aside. I've kind of done the same thing here with the bunny image from the Springtime Joy stamp set. I've stamped it out ahead of time with my Memento ink. Then I used the gray I used to color him in is Smoky Slate. So I've gone ahead and done that ahead of time. And I'm just going to finish this image up really quickly here using the Flirty Flamingo blendables. And in this case, I'm not coloring in the entire flower. You certainly could. I just thought to be a little bit different, I would just focus on the centers of the flowers. And then I'm going to take the light Granny Apple Green blendable, and I'm just going to quickly do the center of the leaves as well. And there we go. Okay, so now that I have my bunny stamped and colored, I'm going to fussy cut him out. That paper went for the line. The nice thing about the images in the Springtime Joy stamp set is that they are pretty easy to fussy cut out. They're not overly complicated. I'm just doing a really quick job here. You could certainly take your time and do a much better job likely than what I'm doing. The cardstock that I've chosen for this card is the Highland Heather, and then I have basic black. My card base is the basic white thick, and my vine image is stamped on the basic white regular. Okay, so there's our bunny. So it's a standard A2 card base. The Highland Heather is about 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And the black is about 4 1/8 by 5 not quite 5 3/8, so just slightly larger than the purple. And then this piece is 3 3/4 by 5. And I will link to all of the products that I've used that I can link to at the bottom of the video. So now I'm going to take my So Saffron ink pad and we're going to do some blending. Now, I personally don't have the Stampin' Up! Blending brushes. They were on back order the last time I put an order in, so I didn't get them. So what I'm using today is not Stampin' Up!, but I've heard wonderful things about the Stampin' Up! Brushes, and I can't wait to try them myself. Okay, so I'm just going to ink up my brush a little bit, and then I know you can't see, but off camera I'm just rubbing off a little bit of it. And then I'm going to gently go over my card. And there's no real rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of rubbing to blend it in as much as I can. Maybe a little bit more on this side. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I did was I took my So Saffron Stampin' Write marker and I'm using the spritzer. Now, if you don't have this spritzer, you could take some So Saffron re-inker and mix it with a bit of water and then use a paintbrush to get the splatter effect that I'm about to do. Or you can just press your ink pad together to get some ink on the lid, add a little bit of water, and do the same thing with your paintbrush. So you don't have to have this spritzer tool. It just happens to be what I have. So, and I hadn't used it in a while, so I thought, hey, now's a good time to use it. So I just want to create a few little splats of color on my card. You can do as much or as little as you like. And that's it. So you can see, hopefully on camera, you can see the little splats of color. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this from the Springtime Joy. Easter is a lovely reminder of new beginnings. And we're going to stamp it onto our base. Thank you. I'm going to use my Memento ink for this. All right, hopefully my head won't go in the camera while I'm trying to line this up. I'll try about there. Yeah, it's okay, eh? And before we throw it all together, I'm going to add my little bunny on using some dimensionals. I kind of like them right about there. There we go. That looks pretty cute, eh? Okay, so now let's put it all together. So first we layer, our image onto the Highland Heather cardstock. And then we layer that onto basic black cardstock. And then we layer that onto our card base. The other thing I like about these two stamp sets is that you can mix and match the sayings from the stamp sets. Yeah, so I think, I'm sorry and for the pause there, I'm trying to think if I have, I don't have a sample handy, but I did do a card where I mixed the sayings of the two different stamp sets. So there you go. There you have it. Easy peasy. You could add some pearls, some jewels. You could leave it be. You could do the splatter, not do the splatter. On this card, you see the splatter was a little bit lighter. This one was a little bit darker. So have some fun, play around, and thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press like at the bottom and let me know, and we'll see you next time. Bye.